Hey guys, welcome back to Kickdown Garage. I first want to start off by saying I apologize. It's been a while since I've done a video, but it's just been so crazy busy this summer. For you guys that know about Minnesota winters, well, they last like 8 months out of the year, and you got to pack a year's worth of work into 3 months that you can enjoy summer with. So besides stuff with the cars, events, house projects, time with the family. It's just been so busy. So now that fall's coming in, things are slowing down a little bit more. I'm able to get back out in the garage and do a few things. And then, as I said in other videos, um, I try to do a lot of these um, repairs and fixes in the spring and the fall throughout the winter. Um, so when summer is here, you can actually, or I can actually go out and enjoy the vehicles and not spend all summer wrenching on them and able to go to car shows and different events and different things like that. So, and that's why I call them kind of like a rolling restoration where I tackle what I can get done so I can keep the car on the road and keep going and enjoying them. So, first off, I want to say thank you to everybody for the response I had with the 71 Monte Carlo. I'm going to have another video of that one coming up shortly. Kind of go through a lot of more of the stuff that I did to it and the reasons why, and just kind of go through things a little bit more. I did speak to the second owner of the car. Thanks to the video, she contacted me and we sent some messages back and forth, and I got a little bit more history on it, so that was kind of neat. Uh, let's see, let's go with the 73 Chevelle. That's a big one on this channel. A lot of stuff going on. I have a few more repairs to do that, some paint correction. Some of my audio stuff and recording stuff is charging since it's been so long since I've been able to do anything. When I came out here, everything was dead. So a lot of this stuff I'm just going to be holding the camera and kind of working my way through. So bear with me. But as always, here we got the Chevelle. Nothing too new. Didn't notice steering seems to be a little loose, so I have to get under there and look at that. One of the big projects I'm going to be doing here is, again, I keep talking about it, but I finally got the product to do it, and I'm again going to use that Poppy's patina, but you can see where this has been repainted and that has not. I don't know if the camera will pick up the shine, but this is clear coated and this is not. But it's so rough. Let's see if we can get that. So not sure what exactly I'm going to do. I know I'm going to wet sand it to at least smooth everything out, and I don't know if, see, I can touch it up, but I don't know if that's actually going to make it look worse, because again, paint's going to be a little bit off because this is faded. And I mean, come on, trying to touch up all those little spots. So I'm not sure actually if I'm gonna actually kind of just give it a light, and I'm just gonna be using a brush, but just give it a light once over with the paintbrush to fill in all those areas, and then wet sand it, so then anything that's on the higher surface, it will take that back off, and then hopefully it will just leave the paint in the little divots here, and then clear coat over, and then just call it good enough. So that's what we're going to do there. The roof isn't too bad. This is, I don't believe, clear coated. I think it's just mostly the fenders. I don't think the hood is either. And the way you can see, it's kind of cracked up here. But I think we're just going to do maybe a ceramic coating on that. I'm not sure. See, again, you can kind of see where I put a little bit of touch-up paint. And that's what I'm going to actually maybe practice on, wet sand in those areas, and see what happens before I get too carried away in the back. So that's what we have coming up on the Chevelle. Another thing, in one of the other videos you see that I did get a new mirror for it. So I'll be putting that one on. Because originally this would have not had a mirror on it, unless I would have got the sport mirrors, which I didn't order the car, but if they would have had the dual mirrors or had the sport mirrors, but I did find a reproduction mirror to match your driver's side, so I'm going to be putting that one on. Still waiting on the radio. I mean, it's been about a year that I've been waiting. I am within the top 10 of receiving it now. So that should be coming. That'll be a big upgrade, be a good review on that, and it'll be a new progress or process or product that I'll be using. A little bit different than I use in the Monty. Again, here's the Monte Carlo, 71 Monte Carlo. Had a lot of great feedback with this car. I will be doing another video on this one, going into a little bit more of the options and a few of the things that I did to it, and just a little bit more detail onto that video, and some of the work that probably that I need to do on it, I guess. So, kind of a new thing now. Obviously, as you can see, that one, 70s. I got the 88 Monte Carlo in the other garage. Not a big fan on this newest stuff, but there is a new electric bike, and I'm going to do a little video on that one. You'll be kind of surprised. Nothing to endorse Aerial Rider, but been kind of fun. I only got about 100 miles on it so far, but it's been kind of like a moped replacement, kind of modern day-ish. So we're going to do one on that. And even though I'm not the biggest fan on new stuff, not electric at all, but that one's been fun. Not electric, or not a fan of electric cars, I should say. I've driven that minivan Mustang that they make that's electric, and didn't really care for that one at all. But with the push of electric cars, brings me into a 2023 Dodge Charger SXT all-wheel drive. Now, yeah, Chevrolet. Now a Dodge in the garage. So this is something new, very new. Actually, I don't even have plates on it yet. So been saving up for a while, and I really wanted to pick up a brand new Challenger Scat Pack before they discontinue making them. Well, things have changed in the family, and my wife and I welcomed a baby girl a couple months ago. So that's another reason why the videos haven't been coming, because I've been busy with that. And it's just been phenomenal. It's a new experience for both of us, first child, and it's just been great. So spending a lot of time with her, and that's the reason why I picked up this car too. I needed something a little bit more family friendly, something that actually I could drive year round too. Got my pickup truck, but it's getting older, and electrical issues and rust, and so I need something more dependable now that I'm not just thinking about and worrying about myself. So that's why I picked this up, and I wanted to get it before they were done in production, and I wanted something better gas mileage, and I wanted a car. It's been a while since I've had a car that I could drive year round, and that's why I went with this. I know I could have got a two-wheel drive or all-wheel drive Challenger, but again, I probably wouldn't have drove that in the winter, and it just kind of, I don't know, with the retro, kind of defeats the purpose of having the 6-cylinder Challenger sitting there all winter long in the garage. I know with the Ford sedan, I'll drive it, so that's why I went. This is an F8 green, so I looked for a while for this one, and actually this is the only one that I could find nationwide that came with a spare tire. Otherwise, you just got the kind of fix it flat and the air pump. Well, again, with this, when I drove it home, I was getting 34 miles per gallon out of it. This is going to be our road trip car also. So wanted a little bit more of the peace of mind of actually having a spare tire. So never had to use a spare tire before. I've been lucky enough never have a regular blowout, but still, with the little one and everything with us, I wanted the security of that. But let's see, we're going to be doing the ceramic coating on this, and then in time I'll be doing it on the Monty and everything, but that recently got a coat of wax. So and the reason why I'm pushing for this is to get this done quick, is because in a couple of days I'm going to be having it undercoated and want to just get the top side done first. So let me show you what I'm going to be working with. Okay, this is kit I picked up, and all I did was, when I was sitting at work, just use the old Google machine and did some interneting and looked at the reviews. And for price and what the reviews was, that kind of seemed like the best kit to use. And I've used Adam products before and I seem to like them, so ordered that up plus some extra stuff. It was just a little bit under $200 for everything. With the whole kit, you get suede towel, you get the product, which is actually, that is the bottle, so hopefully it's concentrate, so hopefully it goes a long ways. You get some kind of boost. From what I understand, after a little bit you can start applying this and that will make it last longer. They're saying up to 7 years with this, so I'm hoping I don't have to do it that often. There's the prep that I'll be using. Also with that kit, you get the towel, the bottles, the sprayer, the suede applicator pad, add-on polishes, or let's see, single soft towel. So really quick with the directions, it says use that, wipe it off with that, use that, with that, wipe it off with that. And I think they said that you could even use this afterwards. You can use one of these or something like that. And they have their own video and they go through everything. But the reason why I wanted to do this one is because they're professionals. They're doing it all the time. They know. Again, like I said, first time you're using it, anything like this. So we'll see how it goes for your amateur. Another thing I picked up was one of this. It's ceramic spray coating. Now they're saying 2 to 3 years out of this stuff. And what I planned on doing is once I got that stuff applied and using the boost, that maybe once a year spray this stuff on to try to make it last longer. So that's the plan. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, this car is going to be driven year-round, summer, winter, everything. And what I wanted to do with this one, everything that I did, is because of the Minnesota winters and the salt and the chemicals they put on the road, I don't want to buy another vehicle. I don't want to buy an electric vehicle. So I want to try to make this thing last as long as I can. So everything's going to be just trying to preserve the car. So like I said, I'll just go around real quick. I don't know if you can see, but I did the PPF coating or that plastic stuff, that clear plastic that they put on the front. I did that, and that goes up here and over the stuff. Tinted windows, winter floor mats, front, back. Kind of neat with the back, you guys can see, but it actually goes up over the transmission tunnel there, or drive shaft tunnel, or whatever you want to call it. So it's kind of neat. You got the seat set up for the little one. Let's go around here. And same thing in the back. Put a cargo net in and the rubber mat. A few things they cheapened up. I think it was 2020 or 2019 and older. They had lights on both sides. So they went through the work to actually remove one, which kind of stinks because that would have been nice. That was actually one of the comments I made first time I opened the trunk at night. The nice thing there, it had 2 lights on it. Like I said, everything's about preserving. Went on the old eBay, bought the cheapest mud flaps I could find, and put on the front and back. And all I did is use the factory, the little retainers, measured, drilled holes, put them in so I didn't have to drill any holes. Now they do make wraparound ones, but the problem is I've had them on my GMC and they wrap around, and with the moving when you're going down the road from the wind and road vibrations, they rub through the paint. You guys with the fender flares on your pickups know what I'm talking about with the missing paint there. So I'm on my truck, it's starting to rust around them. And I've fixed the rust, repaired, and again, always comes back. So I went and just wanted the cheap ones to try to save from doing any more work down the road. And actually on the front here, I'm going to actually put a little piece of that PPF right in here to keep the top from flapping and rubbing, because the last plug is right there. So just a little bit right there. But everything that I'm doing to this vehicle is just to preserve it. So hopefully it will last long enough for me to move somewhere warm. But okay, well, enough of the rundown. Let's go and start the process. Okay, I just did the surface prep on the entire car, and that's how much I used. And what is this? 4-ounce bottle. So use just a little bit less than half of it. So went quite a ways. Now I didn't do the windshields or anything like that. When I'm all done, I'm gonna make sure I have enough for hood and every painted surface. And then it says that they do make a ceramic for the windshield, for the glass. But I think I'm gonna, if I have enough, I'm gonna just use what I have here. I think it'll work good enough. Hopefully it'll be like a permanent Rain-X. One thing I wanted to say is, with this stuff, I just did a bathroom remodel and I used this stuff on the sides, not the standing surface in the tub, but just around the sides and the top around there where the water wants to sit. So it says 3 years. Well, now that's going to be getting pretty much like a rainstorm every day. Let's see how long it will last. So per the directions, it says to apply numerous amounts of drops to this. So it's saturated, I guess. But okay, let's go put this down. They say put the cover back on it when it's sitting, otherwise the stuff can crystallize. So then it says to work in a 3 foot by 3 foot pattern. Well, I'm doing it. I'm just gonna surround the hood. And well, it's soaked in. I'll take a little bit more to begin with here, just because the applicator pad wants to absorb some of the material. And they say to work in a crosshatch pattern, which go back and forth to make sure there's even coverage. It's actually a little bit easier to see with the lighting when I go this way. Now with the paint protection film, PPF, it says to go right over it because it will give that more of a protection too. I had that done probably about a month ago. So let that really set up. There. I got that all done here. I'll go over to the other side and see what happens here. Now, like I said, this is the first time I'm ever using any of the ceramic product. And to have it done professionally, seemed to be around $1,200 for it, for the 9-year or 10-year that they were saying. Well, that kind of seems to be a lot of money when I'm only paying $130 for this kit. Now, take it, I know a lot of that is prep work, and one of the things I probably could have done that would have been a little bit better, even though this is new paint. This is the first time in about 20 years I had a vehicle with new paint on. But probably could have still clay barred it, which would have been a little bit better. Like I said, haven't driven it a whole lot. Only have about 700 miles on it. And it's about 300-mile trip back home with it since I bought it out of state. Okay, now I'm just going to fold this up so I can rotate it. And now I don't know if I'm supposed to do in a straight pattern or what, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and forth. I'll fold this over, go this way. When I do the trunk, I'm going to just split the trunk in half and see if it's noticeable. Now that I did it with this one, break out the polish cloth and go over it again. Now, I'm really dragging with this one. No, it's not. Got a little bit down here. Like I said, on their website, it has a whole video on how to do this, and again, they're professionals, so I just want to do a quick video on what I thought about it. Let's get over to the other side and see how it goes. Now, when I use this one, I mean, this sliding pretty good, but when I use this one, it really drags. So it's picking up a lot more of the oils and everything out of the ceramic. And you can tell it starts sliding pretty good once everything is kind of wiped off. Now, I had the car parked outside for a little bit, so there is a couple little, I don't know if they're sap spots or what, that I could not get out of the paint. And that's where the clay bar probably would have helped. But, well, and try it again in 9 years if it lasts this long, I guess. So, and part of not going too extreme is just with these clear coats, it's so shiny. I had a spot on the roof that I worked at, and here it put a lot of scratches into the clear coat. And it's just a small area, but still kind of stinks on a brand new car. Okay. Well, seems to be it. Impressions, well, looks the same. I mean, here we got the hood that I did, fender that I didn't. Definitely slipperier. And that's with the rubber gloves on, so So I don't know. We'll see when we hit the first few rains and how well it holds up. Don't know if you guys can see. Trying to get in here. Just happened to see it when I was doing it, but doesn't look like the camera's picking up, but there is a rainbow effect running through these. And I did the trunk, so we'll see how that goes. And then I did the roof, and not really seeing the rainbow effect anymore. So I think it's time to wipe this off. I did the half the roof first, and I just did the trunk lid. Now, they said that I can go over all the surfaces like this. I think when I wipe it off, it won't add too much shine to it. It'll keep the matte. So I will come back one more time when I do the spoiler, just to show you guys how that turns out. And the reason why, first day I had it, bird pooped on it when I was at work and left a stain. So did everything that I could to clean it, and still a mark on it. So hopefully this will help hide that a little bit. If you guys know any way to fix it without doing any damage to it, throw that down in the comments. Okay, well, I'm not going to sit there and have you guys watch me do the whole car because it's going to be the same as this, but so far it's starting to get a lot slipperier. And again, hopefully, we'll see, a test of time how this product will work and how long it lasts. And we'll have it go through winter here coming up in a few months and seeing salt and the harsh weathers, and hopefully do a review in the spring and see how it holds up. But this works out good. Maybe next year the Monty and the Chevelle will be getting it, and we'll see how it works on the different paints. On the Monty has better paint job than the Chevelle. See if the Chevelle, if it will absorb into that one. Like I said before, do these videos hoping to help other people out too. Since I'm using the product, I'm able to videotape it and pure amateur status at all this stuff. So we'll see how it works. Besides helping you guys out, kind of a video diary of what I've done to the car. The old memory is not as good as it used to be, so we'll see how it goes. And then plus, now with the little girl, hopefully it's something that she can watch, and hopefully she'll have interest in this stuff too when she gets older. So just wrapped up doing the ceramic coating on it, and I believe it turned out pretty good. Now, I covered everything. I did inside the door jambs, the trunk lid, everything. And I got, you can see, about 2/3 of the bottle gone. So for such a little bottle, it goes a long ways. Now it gives you that boost. Probably before winter here, I'll go and just do a coat of that over everything. And then every spring, probably use that other 3-year stuff just to kind of keep up on it, and hopefully it lasts. Let me just show you here on the trunk lid. If you can see, it didn't really shine that up anything, but it did make the trim here around the windows and the doors and everything like that. It did make that a little shinier. Now, I didn't do the rims, which in time I probably will before winter, but again, went a long ways. It's 2:30 in the morning, so started at, what was it, 10:30. I did have to go in and take care of a fussy baby for a little bit, but so it took me about 3 hours to do it, and like I said, and I did everything. Okay, it's been just an extremely busy summer, still dealing with a lot of hail damage from last year and new siding, roof, windows, I mean, just everything. And plus all the other projects, remodeling, different things like that, the new baby. And again, with everything good, something bad always has to happen. In some of my other videos, you might have seen her, my four-legged furry friend. Well, she ended up coming down with, or not coming down, but getting a melanoma, skin cancer. So been dealing with that and having different areas removed and different lumps and bumps and skin and getting things taken care of. So she was my number one baby, so want to make sure she's taken care of. But last tests that they did, everything tested great. She is cancer-free as of right now and doing good, and she's running around like doesn't even know anything happened, so that's good. I'll go and show you a little bit on her, what one of the surgical sites. That's easy to see. But yeah, so that's doing good. But now that everything's slowing down, I'll be able to get a little bit more videos out there. Hopefully these will help you out. Like I said, I got more with the Chevelle coming up. Had some problems with the transmission shifting, so I want to show you what you guys, or what I did on there. Hopefully that'll help you guys out. Found some different products that I didn't know that was out there, and did some research, found it, and it's something kind of common maybe. So we'll go into that. So hopefully you guys like this video. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. That helps out a lot. To be honest, I am really pushing to try to get it 1,000 subscribers, because then YouTube hopefully will start paying me for some of this content, and that means that if I got a little bit more funds coming in, I can spend more on the vehicles and hopefully get you guys just more content and be able to do a few more things. So again, thanks a lot for watching. For my 200 plus subscribers, thank you for your support. Thanks for all the comments on the 71 Monte Carlo, on the other vehicles, tips, pointers, anything to help me out. Also, I really do appreciate it. One more thing before we go. Dottie, I had my four-legged buddy come out here. Can you sit? Good girl. I just want to show you guys. Let's see. Can you shake? That's where she had some of her skin removed for the melanoma. So she's doing good now. So she's my buddy. Up here at 2:30 in the morning, checking out, making sure everything's okay.